Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. I talked about how Volk could beat Islam, which is very possible. Now here's how Khamzat could beat Kamaru Usman. The only reason I doubt him is because he still hasn't lost yet, and the fight that he had with Gilbert, that was a very sloppy fight. And that's the thing. If he fights a smart fight, he fights his fight and has more than one plan to just brawl, what will he do outside of that? I do think he's strong enough to go 5 rounds if he needs to. I just think he needs to fight smart. He needs to pace himself more and take his time. I do believe he can get the better of grappling exchanges with Kamaru Usman. I do believe he can. He's powerful, he's strong, he's tough, durable. Clearly, he could take a shot. That's not a problem. But if he doesn't have to, why would he? He can take him down and dominate the ground and go for submissions. I think he can do that with Usman. I do believe he can hang with him on the feet because Usman's striking is pretty good. Definitely, you could ask Jorge Masvidal. He knocked him out with one punch a couple of years ago. But I do believe he can hang with anybody standing up, including Usman. So I think for him, he needs to be aggressive, but he needs to be patient too. And shout out to Randy Couture. Remember how he used to fight in the UFC? He was aggressive, he was strong, yeah, but he didn't gas himself out. And let's take a throwback to when Mark Coleman, for example, when he fought Maurice Smith and he lost the title. He was the first UFC heavyweight champion, by the way. Much respect to him and Smith. Stylistically, he should beat Maurice Smith. He didn't beat him. He gassed himself out. He fought like he was ready to brawl and dominate, and he ended up letting Maurice come back because he gassed himself out. And Maurice, if they fought again and Coleman fights his fight, I think he would have beat Smith, but he didn't, so that's his fault. But when he was aggressive, he gassed himself out, and then as a result, from the rest, more than half of the fight, Smith was able to get to his feet, beat him up with leg kicks, punch him in the face, and kind of pushed him around for the rest of the fight. But it was a hard fight. Versus Randy Couture, when he fought Maurice Smith, also a wrestler, he took Maurice Smith down. He picked his shots. He was the aggressor, and it was a boring fight, but he won. So in other words, I think for Khamzat, he needs to be very patient in this fight. He does not need to go out and just throw himself out there and fight sloppy like he did with Gilbert Burns. Because really, I feel like he should have dominated that fight. It shouldn't have been a fight of the year. Because Gilbert's good, but he clearly is better than Gilbert Burns. No disrespect to Gilbert Burns, but that's just my opinion. I mean, but if he fights smart, he utilizes his wrestling, and he's willing to not hold himself back, but just pace himself more in the fight, he should have no problems beating Kamaru Usman or anybody else in a title fight, whether it's welterweight or middleweight, whatever. I think he's that good. I just think he needs to be mature in this fight. He doesn't just need to go out there and try to prove himself. He has nothing to prove. He just needs to win and fight his fight. Wrestle, grapple when you need to, which I think he can do. And then when you strike, you need to light him up and take him down. With the reason why Kobe Covington never beat him is because he knew he would have a harder time wrestling him. So that fight was stuck standing. So with Kamaru, not Kamaru, but with Khamzat, he needs to utilize that grappling. He can wrestle. Them boys that wrestle like him, Habib, them grapplers, he should be able to take him down and get the better of that. But if they have to stand, I think he can hang with him if he needs to. Just don't brawl. Don't overextend. Don't be overly aggressive. That's my thing, because his fighting style, he should beat anybody, including Usman, whether he's hungry to fight or not. But that's how he beats him. He needs to finish it. I think he would finish it within 3 rounds, maybe even the fourth round. At best case, realistically, because Usman's a tough guy. He's not going to lay down for nobody. He's a former champion, but he should. If he does that, that would be a statement win and would clearly earn him a title shot.